And of course, our little thing here was conceived, and it was just a wild idea. Last year I went to go to Tombstone to see Wyatt Earp Days. I was walking around watching the people and all the promo for Wyatt Earp and, you know, the gunfight at the OK Corral, and that's what it's all about. It's the only gunfight that over 130 years has stayed in the forefront of the American West lore. I mean, only 3 people were killed there. Billy Clanton, Frank, and Tom McLaurin. And that's documented. And of course, then they had a big funeral for him. They had very fancy looking caskets and all that. So here's where we deviate from truth. Billy Clanton, we say, was buried on October 31st, which is, of course, All Hallows Day, Day of the Dead. Well, suppose if he wasn't actually dead, he was prematurely buried. And he wakes up and realizes he's buried underground. And of course, he's also suffering from his gunshot wounds. So he's dying anyway. So with his last dying breath, he of course is cursing the Earps and all of their kin. All right, 130 years later, here we are in 2011. And this person, Willie, now this is a contention, the girlfriend of Wyatt Earp that came with him to Tombstone was named Maddie Blaylock. They weren't married. I think he hooked up with her in Dodge City. He never married her. And soon after Morgan Earp was killed, which was about March of 1882, she left town and went to California to live with the Earp relatives, waiting for a telegram from Wyatt saying, come back. Well, he'd already blown her off and found another girl. In fact, that was going on.
Poor girl. She had a laudanum problem.
Yeah, that was going on back when she was in Tombstone. Wyatt had the same girlfriend, and those Maddie and her, and I forget the name, had gotten into it. So Maddie thought that Wyatt was going to send for her, and it never happened. And she eventually left Colton, California, which was where the Earps' relatives were. And like Connie says, she had a laudanum addiction, and she went up into Arizona again, up north, somewhere around Phoenix, I think. I can't remember the name of the town. It's gone now. I mean, there's nothing left. Her grave is still there. I've seen it on the web. But our contention is that when she left Tombstone, she was pregnant.
Oh, and that's the fabricated part?
That's the fabricated part.
No one knew.
Well, she was pregnant, had the child in California. Now this child grew up, got married, had another child. These are all male up to a point. And then the last one in line is Willie Blaylock. He lives in Dodge City. And he comes to Tombstone for whatever reason, we haven't really hashed that out yet.
He could visit his mother's grave and then travel on
Or
down.
whatever, yeah.
You know.
And he doesn't know about the connection. Well, somehow, Billy Clanton comes back as a zombie. And he raises other zombies to help him with his revenge on the Earp. It's just one of those, and Willie is not a physically, well, he's sort of a wuss.
That's what I got. That's what I gathered from the treatment.
Yeah,
He sounds kind of like a mama's boy or something.
Yeah, he's not a mama's boy, he's an accountant, okay?
Okay.
So, you know,
Mild-mannered.
past
Sensitive, maybe?
past grandfathers were ranchers in California or whatever. His dad was in World War II, you know, and retired in Dodge City, you know. And we don't know if it's medically or not. We haven't got that far. I haven't read the script because it's currently being written. And what's going to happen there is that somehow we're going to have a showdown with zombie Billy Clanton and whoever he's able to raise. We haven't been told.
Oh, you
It's
don't
like,
know?
Well, Mark's working on it. but
Mark's
we don't know
working on it,
who's
I'm
working
putting
with
input
him.
into it,
Yeah,
but
we're all,
we don't know exactly, you know,
Mm-hmm.
if he's got other people working on it or not.
Okay.
yeah, we've
So
all
anyway.
contributed.
It comes down to a battle with Billy Clanton and his group against Willie and Virgil, who comes back as a spirit. Hopefully Morgan comes back as a spirit, and Doc Holliday. And somehow they have to get together and defeat the Billy Clanton and the zombie army.
Okay.
That's the plot line.
He hopes to start filming in April, and then we'll just kind of take it from there. Depend a lot on access to Tombstone and the surrounding area, and the actors' availability will be a big portion of it, because he plans on bringing in a couple of Hollywood stars. I have no idea.
We don't know who.
No.
No idea, but you never know. I
You
mean,
can't, even if you know the names, you couldn't say it until the deal is
Right.
signed.
Right.
Yes.
That'll be for the main production. Those people, I'm sure, will not be involved with this, this like trailer we're doing. Yeah,
Be organized and set things up at this point.
yeah.
Okay, so at this point, it's pretty premature. It's just kind of getting things together, organized, and trying to like get your funding together. Then.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So everything is kind of indefinite then until you do. I mean, aside from your April date.
I know if we
like, hoping to film.
if we raise the money that Mark is wanting to raise, they won't shoot the film until fall when it's cooler, and they've got more time to organize and is in place. Then things have to roll with, you know, are we gonna have to rent a generator? What about camera, sound, you know, gaffers, whatever goes on with the Hollywood scene for filmmaking, and we're not anywhere near an expert
No.
on this field.
Okay.
That's when they'll have to bring it over, because when we did the Gun Down, all the filming was wireless. It was digital, but they had wireless sound. I believe they were dumping on hard drives on the camera, I'm not sure. Still waiting for that, but, you know, we don't know.
Okay.
It's gonna be interesting to see the process.
Yes, sir.
Are there going to be, or have there been, or I don't know if you already said this, are there nonprofit like organizations kind of pitching in and stuff, or is that kind of yet to be determined?
We're working on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
just curious. All right.
Yeah, we're working on it.
All right, and then so you came up with a plot. We don't know who the writers are yet. Everybody's contributing. Now, do you have any experience with producing or anything
Not
like
with
that?
producing,
And
no.
then what was, I don't know if I got your last name.
Smith.
Okay,
Do you believe me? Yes. No.
easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're one of the producers, or?
I am the producer in training.
Producer
Mr. Headley
in
has taken
training.
me under his wing and teaching me the ropes.
Okay,
I've done community theater, that sort of thing, but never a filmed production,
okay.
other than a German TV game show.
Really?
Oh, yeah. The Astro Show.
That's awesome.
They had the Americans miming, you know, doing charades for the German citizens. It was an experience.
Yeah, for further information on me, you can go to my website,
Yeah.
Okay,
if you haven't already.
okay. I've looked at a couple of the YouTube things. I didn't have time to look at all of them with the auditions and stuff, so.
Lots of fun.
German game show, that is hilarious.
Yeah. Hey. Frau Geist loved Americans.